Hi, and welcome back to my Gallery Talks with Craig video series. This is episode 2, entitled Cultural Neurons, the Power of Beauty and the Historical Value of Art. Long ago, I was asked to define artist. You might be a bit surprised and possibly even confused with my definition, but bear with me. I define artist as cultural neurons. Neurons are tiny parts of our nervous system that sense and send information to our brains for the necessary response. They warn us for our safety and survival while also letting us know about all that is wonderful and worth celebrating. For instance, the neurons in your hands let you know that a hot burner on the stove will damage your hand if you touch it. But they also let you feel the pleasure in petting a soft puppy. Artists are typically very sensitive people. In order to do their job well, to be the best artists they can be, they exercise their senses every day and all day by observing, analyzing, and reacting to sensory information with acuity and concentration. If you are working an intense 9-to-5 job, you simply do not have the time to observe, feel, and react to the same amount of sensory information, ideas, and occurrences that an artist does. Hence, artists are usually the first to react to changes, to illustrate and celebrate all that is amazing, interesting, beautiful, and to sound the alarm when changes are bad, hurtful, and/or threatening. This is why some governments fear, control, and even oppress artists. In my opinion, the purpose and value of artists is their function as cultural neurons and to initiate important and necessary conversations. It is certainly not to merely create objects for decoration. Having said that, and this is absolutely foundational to my work, the power of beauty should never be underestimated. While it can certainly bring great joy, beauty also can bring you to tears, inform, inspire, heal, motivate, and even change lives forever. This is the understanding of beauty I have long sought, study, and use. I believe art and architecture also have an important historical value. They are a physical documentation of how and with what different civilizations throughout time chose to fill their space. Art and architecture tell the story of the people and their civilizations, what they valued, what they cherished, what they feared, how they governed themselves, and how they lived their lives. We are now living in a time some refer to as the digital dark ages, where all of what is stored digitally is likely to not survive time. And even if it does survive, it will likely not be readable due to rapid changes in technology. We are also living in a time of planned obsolescence, in which objects, products, art, and architecture are purposely designed to fail in a short duration of time, necessitating new investments, a tragically short-sighted foundation to our economy. For these reasons and more, I believe now, more than ever before, that it is imperative for artists to create work designed to last centuries. However, as an artist, I am somewhat alone in this belief. Most of today's critical art world would suggest that this is being far too precious and even egotistical, and that artwork should be created only to be destroyed, making room for a new creation. It is a fluid way of thinking about art and creativity that I understand and even appreciate for its intellectual basis, but with which I still firmly disagree. In fact, I believe that the lack of value, to expect and design for destruction, is disrespectful of the time and gifts we have been given and the resources and lives we have used to create. This is egotistical. It is also wrong to deprive future generations creative documentation of who we are and what we value now. But there you have it. Maybe the honest reflection of our time and of ourselves is that we do not hold either in very high regard. that we do not value ourselves and certainly not this place? Well, in order to move forward, to even exist, I choose to think of our glass as half full and to hold on to hope. I choose to make art that will last. The act of taking the time and resources necessary to create art may seem selfish. However, if giving is selfless, to create art well using the best of my abilities, this is the best I have to give. As always, thanks for joining me on this path, and I hope you will continue to watch for many episodes to come. In episode 3, entitled Art versus Fine Art, I will discuss the important difference between the two, the concept of works of art, and how this relates to why I do what I do. Until next time, remember that the visual world can bring as much inspiration, invigoration, and joy as music brings to our ears. All we have to do is look.